Tell me something. Why is that two people can earn the exact same salary, yet one ends up wealthy and the other spends their life broke, stressed and drowning in debt? It's not intelligence, it's not luck, and it's definitely not about working harder. If you're a 9-to-5 worker trying to escape the rat race, if you're a teenager dreaming of building wealth young, or if you're tired of working hard but staying broke, this is for you. Because the lessons inside this book could change the entire course of your financial life. You ever wondered why some people hoard every dollar while others spend like money grows on trees? Here's the truth. Nobody's crazy with money. We all just see it differently. If you grow up watching your parents lose jobs, live paycheck to paycheck, of course, you see money as fragile, something that can disappear overnight. But if you grow up never worrying about bills, money might feel like nothing more than a tool to enjoy life. And that's the crazy part. Both of them are acting rational for their story. That's what Morgan Housel means when he says no one's crazy. We are all just shaped by our own experiences. So stop comparing yourself to others. Stop judging the way they spend, save or invest, because money isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. It's a reflection of where you came from and where you want to go. Here's something most people never want to admit. Success is never just hard work, and failure is not always laziness. The truth is, luck and risk play a big role in money than we like to believe. Take Bill Gates for example. He's one of the richest men alive. But here's a piece of something that no one really talks about. He just so happened to attend one of the only high schools in the entire world that had a computer back then. Out of millions of kids, Gates was one of the lucky few. Hard work mattered, yes, but without that stroke of luck, no Microsoft, no billionaire Gates. And the opposite is also true. You can work smart, save diligently, invest wisely, and still lose it all. Not because you messed up, but because risk showed up at the wrong time. So here's the lesson. Do not idolize success as if it's only hard work. Don't dismiss failure as if it's only stupidity. Respect roles of luck and risk. It'll make you humble when you win and compassionate when you see others lose. Here's something most people never admit. Money can't buy satisfaction. Not always. Some people have everything, yet they feel empty, always wanting more. Take Rajat Gupta, for example, a billionaire who seemed to have it all: power, influence, wealth. Yet he wanted more, so much more that he risked everything and lost it all. Money wasn't enough. Prestige wasn't enough, and it never will be if you don't define what enough is for you. The truth that Morgan Housel teaches is simple but brutal. Most people can never be happy with what they have. They're chasing a moving target, and chasing that target often destroys the wealth they have built. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. How much is enough? When will you stop chasing more and finally appreciate what you have? Because without a limit, it's just stress waiting to happen. Imagine a tiny snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, almost invisible, but as it keeps moving, it grows larger, faster, unstoppable. That is compounding. Warren Buffett didn't get rich by chasing quick wins. He started young, invested steadily, and let time do the heavy lifting. He understood a secret most people ignore. Time is the most powerful force in money. The amazing thing about compounding, it doesn't need huge amounts of money. It just needs consistency and patience. Every dollar you save today can grow into a fortune tomorrow, only if you let it. So here's the truth. Wealth doesn't happen overnight. It's invisible most of the time, but start early. Be consistent. Let time work its magic. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. Getting wealthy and staying wealthy are not the same thing. Climbing the mountain takes courage, risk, and strategy, but staying at the top, that's a whole different challenge. Think about it. Many people take risk to build wealth. They innovate, they hustle, they invest boldly. That takes patience, humility, and the willingness to step back and avoid risk that could destroy everything. Getting rich often requires taking calculated risk. Staying rich requires understanding that luck can run out, markets can crash, and one bad decision can undo decades of work. That's why the most successful innovators are always the most cautious. The lesson here is simple but often overlooked. Risk is necessary to grow, but humility is necessary to survive. The climb and the stay require completely different mindsets. Here's a secret that the rich and the most successful people understand, but most people ignore. A tiny fraction of events drive the majority of results. In investing, in business, even in life, tails drive everything. Take Amazon for example. Jeff Bezos' fortune wasn't built on every small success. It was built on a few extraordinary moments, key decisions, pivotal investments, and massive wins. Without those outliers, the results would look completely different. Morgan Housel emphasizes most people underestimate the power of rare, extreme events. They focus on averages, small daily wins, or minor mistakes, while the real impact comes from the outliers. So if you want to build wealth or even understand it, you need to pay attention to the tails, the big wins, the rare opportunities, the moments that can completely change your financial trajectory. Here's the thing you really need to understand. Money isn't really about the things you can buy. It's about control. Real wealth is freedom. When you're stuck in that 9 to 5 grind, every dollar earned feels like a tiny victory. But it often comes at the cost of your own time. The rich have learned that money's real power isn't in luxury cars or mansions. It's in being able to wake up on their own terms. Imagine waking up tomorrow, having the freedom to choose your day, who you work with, where you go, what you spend your time on. That's the kind of wealth most people never realize they're chasing. Morgan Housel says it best. Wealth is not about lavish possessions. It's about being able to control your time and live life on your own terms. The moment you understand that, everything changes. Here's a lesson most people ignore because it's not glamorous, but it's more powerful than any flashy investment. Save money, just save. Most people think wealth is about what you spend or how much you make, but in reality, wealth is what you don't see. It's the money quietly saved, the investments growing behind the scene, the financial cushion that gives you freedom and security. The beauty of saving is that it doesn't matter how much you earn. Even small amounts, consistently saved over time, create a foundation for freedom, opportunity, and peace of mind. Spend less than you earn. Save relentlessly. Let your money work quietly for you. The results aren't flashy, but they last. And in the end, lasting wealth beats temporary glory every single time. The most important financial decisions aren't always the ones that make perfect mathematical sense. Sometimes being reasonable is better than being rational. Math may say investing every extra dollar is optimal, but if paying off that debt or buying that security gives you peace of mind, then that choice is perfectly reasonable. Morgan Housel teaches us that money is emotional. Decisions that align with your comfort and values often beat cold calculations. So stop judging your decisions purely by numbers. Stop comparing your strategy to someone else's perfect spreadsheet. Being reasonable, sustainable, and emotionally aligned is the secret to staying wealthy and sane in a world obsessed with optimization. Here's the last lesson, and maybe the most important. Your financial journey is yours alone. Everyone has different goals, risk tolerance, dreams, and experiences. Comparing yourself to others is the fastest way to frustration and poor decisions. Some people thrive taking big risks. Others prefer quiet, consistent growth. Neither path is wrong. Morgan Housel reminds us, it's not about what others do, it's about what aligns with your values, your life, and your peace of mind. So stop chasing someone else's definition of wealth. Stop letting comparison steal your confidence. Focus on your story, your goals, your enough. Because at the end of the day, true financial success isn't measured in numbers, it's measured in freedom, security, and peace of mind. And if you just take a few of these lessons to heart, understanding luck, compounding, freedom, and the unique paths that's yours, you can change your financial life forever. Not for a show, not for others, but for you. If you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more to come.